you all doing?
The conference.
Amazing.
Okay. Very good. Now, Patal, you get a chance to get over to your mother?
There are 2 participants in the conference. Please
Go
announce
ahead and say it
yourself.
again. Patal.
Yeah, she gonna use the balcony. Moon, she can see the stars from the balcony.
Can she see them good, really?
Yes, she can.
Yes, I can.
Okay, did you see, anybody know is the moon out tonight?
Yes.
Anybody? Does anybody know what, I'm sorry?
I'm about to check right now.
No, I don't see it.
We checking right now, Moon.
Okay.
Me neither. Not this angle.
I saw the moon earlier.
Okay, you did. Okay, where are you located, Jasmine?
Ohio?
Okay. Was it full?
No.
See no moon.
All right. Who has that first spiritual experience they'd like to share with us?
I would like to share a spiritual
I have
experience.
one, sir.
Okay, very good. Go ahead. Patal.
Well, it was personal to me because I went to my lawn doctor today, and I realized what the day is, which is 9th month, the 18, which is 9, and this 2025 is 9. And the lady gave me my results, and she told me that everything looked 100% good. So I'm very thankful that she was very proud of my test results, and everything was real good. So I just want to share that I'm very proud of that myself.
All right. Most are working real fast, huh? All right.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. All right. Next spiritual experience. Thank you.
I have one.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I needed to add to what I said last class about that vision of whatever reality I was in. The only thing that got me out of that is I start saying the chant from Transmed, Amun-Rayay, and that's what helped get me to where I needed to be to get up out of there.
And it always will. Thank you. Bless you. And that next spiritual experience.
I have one.
This is
Aaron. So
Go ahead. Good to hear your tone.
thank you, appreciate it. So recently,
I want to hear that prayer from Har afterwards, please. Go ahead. Aaron.
He said he was. Okay, cool. Well, I had this experience. Right back, Har. I just had this experience. I had this experience a while ago, but I'm just speaking on it. But I just found out my girl was pregnant, and when I found out she was pregnant, like a couple. Appreciate it. This number 2.
All right.
Number 2 for her. And so I found out she was pregnant. A couple of months later, I had like 3 dreams that it was a girl. And So after I found out she was pregnant, I had the dream that we was having a girl. Come to find out, a couple of months later, we having a girl. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I had that dream beforehand, before we found out that we was having a girl.
Well, very good. That's what time it is. I'll give you a simple example of that. Yesterday, I was asleep. I had finally fallen asleep after working on the book day and night. Anyway, I had this vision that somebody had 2 pieces of white chicken breast cooked and tried to offer me some. And I reluctantly said, well, give me a little piece of the small one. And when they gave me the sauce with the small piece, somebody knocked at the door. It was Anukas. And her and Hotep had just got back from buying chicken breast for us to eat. And they came to the door and offered me some of it. Right. So I understand. I follow what you're saying, Aaron. I do. Next person. Thank you. O'Hara.
Yes, Tua.
Thank you, son, for your patience.
Oh, no, thank you. The prayer, Amun-Rayay, written by Panabab Yanun. Makoksa dog de Amun-Rayay. Una bad Momaduhu. Una dare. Umu Verhu be Panan, Panan, Wu Wakat. Panabab Yanun. Kalab Hamada, Ater Le Amun-Rayay. The daughter Shalil, Fa Patet, Fa Taha. Anuke, Nuwapu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers and his patriarch and his woman at this day and time. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, God, overseer of the heavens and the earth. I am Nuwapu.
Thank you so much. All right. Anybody else? I wanted you all to reflect. Go ahead. Let me ask a question. How many of y'all have been watching the news and see where Donald Trump last night just declared that Antifa was a terrorist group? Remember, I told you that ultimately they were coming after you all. Anybody see that?
I did.
No, I saw that.
Okay. Well, I told you that.
I see they also coming after the technology.
Yeah, but they definitely coming after you all. I knew that Trump was working his way up to the original children. I knew that. And you flagged that. You remember when January 6th happened and they attacked the Capitol, swarming for days, killing officers and doing all that? Everybody remember that?
Yes. Yes.
They showed it on TV every day. They showed it on TV every day. What race were the people that were attacking the Capitol?
They were white people.
White. I remember that.
Donald Trump got on the news the next day, said real loud that it was Antifa that did it. The black organization, that they did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man. Wow.
So they'll tell small lies, you understand? And he called them, last night he said Antifa, they were terrorists and murderers. They're not even an organization. They're just some black people that get together when brothers and sisters are mistreated and murdered for nothing. And they go and get permission from the courthouse and then demonstrate peacefully up and down the street with signs saying Black Lives Matter. That's it. That's all. They don't kill nobody. They marching about people getting killed. And he's calling y'all murderers. Now see what that does, that opens the door where they can call anybody black Antifa, you understand?
Yeah.
So the next thing you're going to hear is that they just, you're going to hear next that they just ushering black people off the street, arresting them, and putting them in containers and things and sending them off to islands and penitentiaries and God-forsaken places, you understand? Or worse. Because classifying a group like that is like ISIS. They used to cut off people's head and all that. They said that you all black people are terrorists. That's what Donald Trump said. I just want to make you aware of that. Now, somebody else had a question?
Thank you for that.
On spiritual experience?
No, well, you know, the ad with Trump is doing, he declared also a state of emergency against electricity.
Against electricity?
Against electricity. I read it yesterday.
Wow.
A state of emergency.
Yeah, I follow you.
Oh,
yeah, I know it. But I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm telling you about black people. I've been telling you and warning you about this for a long time. Really focus on what I'm saying and research it. Be careful how you move. And understand that, overstand that's the only thing that will prevent you from being gaffeled up by the beast is raising your vibrations. Now here's a thing that Patrick and Panabab wrote called Count Them Not. It's real right now. That's in effect. Everybody that's playing mind games and outside of this group with us, defiantly, I'll tell you right now, they're in the wrong place. And I don't care what you think you are. You're classified as black by them. All right. Anybody have a question?
All right,
I
just want. I want to let y'all know this Marua that they did kick my family out. Unlawfully, did some court stuff on me. Behind the scene, I had more scientist temple people come down and see that they did it unlawfully and kicked me out of my house because they unlawfully kidnapped me, took me to jail. That was the fourth time they did that. Took me to jail, said I beat up the cops, never touched the cops, and held me till I had to burn out with money I didn't have. And kind of find out the lady that bought me out, I guess they scared her, so she didn't help me. And then they gave her money back, and they took 2 months to tell the truth that I never touched the cops. And then I got my job back, and by that time I'm evicted. And now while I'm doing paperwork so I won't be evicted, they do a 24-hour service against me. You know what I'm saying? Don't even give me enough time and just tell me I got to pay 24 hours.
I understand. It's like the devil is at war with you. I understand. But blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Listen, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You understand?
Sir.
And remember about this rubber band energy, right? What it really means is that those of you that have been depressed, attacked, downtrodden, and really up against it in bad relationships and all these things for so long, you've experienced the darker side of brightness. But when that rubber band pops back, you will experience more joy and bliss and happiness than the average person because of all the dark days that you endured. You hear me? Because there is balance in the universe. Okay?
That's true.
Yes, it is. All right.
I have experienced that.
Say it again.
I said I have experienced that. So, yeah.
You have one?
I said I have experienced that.
Okay, yes, very good, very good. All right, I don't know how many of you all remember the Prophet Mustafa Muhammad Al-Amin, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Anybody here was an Ansar with Malachi or Imam Islam way back in the day?
I was.
Well, you all will remember that I am also Ahmed, the 19th Imam after Mustafa Muhammad Al-Amin in that long line, that lineage of messengers sent from the Most High. And you know I'm in the Holy Tablets, the Injil, the Torah, and all the scriptures, the Quran, right? But my point is that there was a holy war, you know, with Mustafa Muhammad Al-Amin. And a lot of brothers enlisted in that war for jihad, the holy war. And some of them were martyred. Some brothers were killed in that war. Well, there was one brother who was a very good friend of Muhammad's, and he was martyred in defense of the truth. And after the war, Muhammad and his Sahaba, his companions, it was his practice to go and visit the widows and children of the fallen brothers. And he was at the sister's house having dinner with her and her 2 sons. He and a Shahaba. And she stretched her resources and set the table for Muhammad and his disciples. Please start your phone. Mute your phone. But unbeknown to her, Muhammad was aware of the fact that she was stretched for resources and she had given her last crumbs in order to entertain the Holy Prophet and his companions or disciples. She didn't even have enough to feed her 2 sons, Hassan and Hussein. So when they came to the table hungry, the woman affectionately directed them to go to the barn and play, so as not to disturb Mustafa Muhammad Alameen sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his honorable Sahaba while they were enjoying dinner. Well, after they got through dinner, they started having social talk, and Muhammad asked her, where are the 2 boys? And she said, well, they're playing. They just playing. And he said, I'd like to see them. You know, they're the sons of the brother that got mortared or died, killed in the war. And so she got up to go look for them, and she went into the barn, and she found out that they had been playing in the tall loft up there, and the older boy got excited, over-exuberant, and pushed the younger one, and then he fell down and broke his neck in the fall and died. And the older boy was so overwhelmed with grief as a result of what happened to the little brother that he jumped down and committed suicide. So when she walked in the barn, she found both her sons not just hungry, but also dead. Well, she placed them side by side, fought back her tears and closed the doors, and went back to the prophet and said, there's nothing disturbed him, that she couldn't find him. And he looked up at her and said, take me to him. And she burst out in tears and reluctantly started taking him to the barn, and he opened the door to go in there because he knew. And she was going in. He said, no, you can't come in here with me. And he walked on in the barn and closed the door. And she was crying so hard. But he finally came out. And the 2 little boys burst out running and laughing behind him. He had raised the dead. And he asked her to please invite him and his companions into her home. She was so overjoyed about her children, her sons being alive, and she brought him home, and she said, I'm sorry, but I have nothing to offer you to eat. Muhammad smiled, and he handed her a loaf of bread, and he put it on the counter, and he said to her, feed us, let's all eat off this loaf of bread. She took a knife and started cutting slices off the bread and handed everybody bread. And she noticed that he asked her to invite all the neighbors and everybody in the area to come and eat. She fed her boys, Muhammad and his companions, all of her neighbors and everybody in the area, and the more she cut that bread, the more it was right there. Muhammad told her how much he loved and appreciated her husband and his sacrifice to the mission of the Most High. And that as a result of that she would never go hungry again, her or her family, or anybody that she knew. But he did look at her real straight, and he told her one thing, though. He said, you'll be able to cut off this bread and eat forever, as long as you do one thing. Do not measure this bread. And she agreed happily. And years passed by. They ate and they ate and they ate. But curiosity, it started working on her. and she couldn't help it. She got overwhelmed with curiosity. And one day she took a piece of scarlet thread and she put it on the back of the loaf and stretched it forward, the length of the loaf, and then took the knife and cut the bread, and she started measuring that bread as she cut it with that thread. And you know what happened? Every time she cut that bread, that loaf got shorter and shorter until it disappeared. You understand? So that tells you you have to have faith in the prophet and his word. Don't forget that lesson. It's just like Jesus with that woman that suffered from an issue of blood for 7 years. She heard the Messiah was coming to town. And as bad as she was feeling on the verge of death, she managed to pull up her bed and put something on, and she went out there with the throngs of crowds that were waiting to see the Messiah, and she was too weak to stand up. But she dropped down on her knees and crawled through the crowd so that she could maybe get a glimpse of the Messiah as he passed by. And it was her desperate prayer that she wanted to just touch the hem of his garment as he passed by, because she knew in her heart that if she could just touch the hem of his garment, that she would be made whole. And as the crowd got more and more excited, and they started passing by, she struggled to work her way to the front. When she got there, it was just in time. They were passing by, and Messiah had on a long white robe, and as he passed by, she took her trembling hand and reached out, and she just barely managed to touch the hem of his garment. Jesus took a few more steps, and he turned to the disciples. It's important to listen to me. And he asked them, who was it that touched me? Meaning that he didn't come there to heal that woman, and he didn't even know who it was that touched him. And the woman, completely healed by now, stood up in the crowd and declared to him, Master, it was me that touched your robe, the hem of your garment, because I knew that in the instant I touched the hem of your garment, that I would be made whole. And I mean, that blood stopped. That woman stood up, and she was young and vibrant just like before. Right? And that's not the only way that he could heal. But he would usually ask a person before he healed them, do you believe that I can do this thing? Do you believe that I can do this thing? And when they replied in the affirmative, yes, I do believe it, then he would say to them, by your own faith, may ye be made whole. Now, one day he was with his disciples, and the captain of the guard of the centurions of the Roman army ventured by and saw him and heard wonderful things about the Messiah. And he came to him with an earnest plea, and he said, now, I have a servant at home, miles away, and he lay sick with the palsy, and he's dying at home. And he's such a very good servant. I was hoping it might be possible that you might heal him. And Jesus looked at him and said, well, take me to him. And he said, no, Master, because I'm a man of war. And when I'm told to go here and to go there, I go thither. And I do the will of the Caesar. And I'm not worthy that you should come with me. And he said, but just speak the word, and I know my servant will be healed. Jesus spoke the word. All right, son, your servant is healed. And Jesus turned to the disciples and said, in all of Judea and Jerusalem, I've never found such faith and belief as I have in this Roman centurion soldier. And the soldier went home, and when he got there, he found out that his servant had taken up his bed, and he was out in the fields working and singing. And that when they did the calibrations, that he became healed at the very instant that the Messiah said to him, your servant is well. You understand? So he could heal people without them knowing it or being anywhere around as well.
Cool.
And I've had the power. I've been blessed with the ability to heal people on certain occasions, those that are really with me and they really believe. But it's very important that people have faith or belief, have faith in their healer, right? And that's one of the reasons why the Most High endowed all of his prophets and messengers and apostles with special abilities, the ability to perform miracles, to raise the dead, feed the hungry, and heal the sick, and the blind, and have the lame walk again, etc. Because he did those things to make sure that they knew he wasn't just another nigger, but that he was indeed sent from the Creator of the heavens and the earth here to assist humanity, and that he was the Savior, and that they should have no more fear, because your Savior has arrived. All right?
Thank you, Amun.
Thank you, Amun.
I love you.
Thank you, Amun.
I love you.
Thank you, Mr.
And
Thank you,
tonight at around 9:30, whenever Bess Amun, the sister, can make it out to the balcony, and she can see clearly the stars and the moon, etc., I'll need her to let me know that she's in position and she can see them clearly, because she's a wonderful, beautiful sister with a heart of gold and a blessed soul, but she's, because of her agony and illnesses, has not as yet in all these times had the opportunity to actually watch the miracles. And tonight I wanted to invite her to do that. And then as she watched the movement of the celestial bodies, to know that at that instant I'm going to send some relief and healing down through that celestial object into her body. In the name of the Most High, Elyon El, El Hayu, the life giver. And also into her son that had breathing difficulties, and also into Anukus. And I just want to know, is there anybody else here that's been having maladies or dilemmas in health? All right. Let's go on with that next question.
I have one.
I'll do my best.
Not a big one, but I've been wondering.
They're all big, no small questions. If you want to know the answer, it's you that makes it important, and the magnitude of you, my brother. You hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. Okay.
So, whenever I look into the blue sky, when I can see like the clouds and all, and just the blue sky when it's daytime, I see these really small particles floating around, like, and they're white and really small, and they bounce off of each other. But I've been looking and I've been seeing this for a long while now, but I don't understand what it is.
Okay. What he's talking about, if you all can remember, when we were little children, you used to look through the air and see all these tiny little particles. I can see them right now. The air is filled with them, tiny little particles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you often wondered what they were. But as time passed and you got older, you went to sleep, got attracted by Dunya, solid, actual, and time-bound, and you forgot they were there, and you started looking through them instead of at them. But now he's looking back to see if you're looking back to see if he's looking back to see if you're looking. And those are particles that make up existence, son, because all that is omnipresent, is everywhere, including outer space, and there is no example or condition in which you could truthfully say that there's not life there. Because all is all, and there's no instant or place that he's what you would describe as dead or not alive. Life is consistent. Even if you look at a rock, you think it's an inanimate object, but that rock has consciousness. It's different from your consciousness because it's not self-aware. But if you're aware of the rock, that gives the rock awareness of the fact that you're aware of it, and that's a form of awareness. I told you all that when you see a monkey looking in the mirror, if she sees herself in the mirror and thinks it's another animal that's mimicking her, and she gets frustrated and angry and starts attacking the mirror and going behind the mirror to see who that adversary is, that the morning that you get up and see her out there in front of that mirror, she's picking fleas and grooming herself, you think to yourself, oh, she gets it. The monkey is woke. She done figured it out. That is her in the mirror. She's conscious. That's right. But I want you to understand that she was conscious before that. Because when she looked in the mirror and she thought it was another animal there, that was not her. She was conscious of the fact that there was another animal there that was looking at her and mimicking her. So in other words, she was still self-aware consciously of the fact that she existed. But when she realized that the image was her, she became even more conscious and reached another conscious height. You follow me? Moving further away from the rock. I want you all to know that when you go out to outer space and travel from the Earth to the Moon, that astronauts have reported fireballs and many forms of life and different things out there, angelic beings, and you wonder to yourself, how does anything exist in a frozen vacuum without air? But you have to understand that there are many forms of life, even here on Earth, in the deep, deep oceans, that exist at freezing temperatures, and there's water pressure. The deeper you go, the more water you have stacked up over your head. And water weighs over 8 pounds per gallon. And when you get 2 miles under the ocean, you got so much water bearing down on you that it will crush you, or any submarine, the hull of it, no matter how strong they make it. It'll crush it flat like a can and kill the occupants if they go too deep. You understand? But they discovered that there's life around these hot water trenches that come up from volcanic arteries, and that around that is teeming with life, even at those extreme depths. They call them extremophiles. Look it up. Don't believe me. Check it out. So what I'm saying to you is, even in the far reaches of space and the open void in what you call emptiness, life exists there as well. Like the brother said, if you just look, you'll see it. I'll give you something else to work on. When you go outside and you see the soil on the ground, get a magnifying glass and reach down and get a handful of that soil. Then examine it in the sunlight through that magnifying glass. And what you will notice is that you'll start seeing life forms in that soil. It'll start like it's moving. It is moving. But if you had a higher powered magnification, you'd find out to your shock that it was little people, and sometimes they were having fun, and sometimes they were at war. It's another whole world, another level of civilization, and they're living just like you. That's right. Because as above, so below. Family, when you look up at the sky and you see the sun above your head, it's the life source of this solar system, sending life-giving, emanating rays of heat and light to all the planets, which is planes, if you spell it out without the T. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, as they revolve around in orbits like the Earth, they receive their portion of sunlight and life-giving light and heat. Well, that sun is above you, and that system is alive, and you're below that. But you have a solar system, but it's called a solar plexus. And in your solar plexus, the Most High designed you where that you have a central sun, a ball of etheric light that resides in your solar plexus, about the size of your fist, that also gives off light and heat, like the sun above your head. And phonetically, you're spelled S-O-N, while the one above your head is spelled S-U-N to confuse you. But that's why you maintain a constant body temperature of 98.6, and you have a circulatory system because you have 7 planes or chakras inside of your body, and they all circulate or rotate around that central sun in your solar system. And you can work up through the 7 heavens or Jacob's ladder, your spinal column, all the way up through those, all the way to heaven at the crown mold at the top of your head. And beneath you, going toward those little particles that the brother was just describing to you to try to get you to remember, is that you have the atom, at the center of which there's the quark, which is the father of energy of that system. And upon close inspection, like you were in school and you saw the teacher on the chalkboard draw illustration of the solar system, and then she drew an atom, and you were amazed to find that there was really no difference in the solar system and the planets and the atom and the quark as the sun with the electrons, etc., revolving around it as tiny planetoids. But it was a replica of the solar system, just in miniature. Not to disguise that atom, they spell that atom A-T-O-M, and they spell you A-D-A-M as atom. Like phonetically, they spell the sun S-U-N, so you won't know S-O-N that that's what you are. You follow me? But when I say as above, so below, that's an actual fact. And that you are all one with all. And there is no such thing as illness or death. It's non-existent. I was amazed to find upon listening to Bashar, like I have many, like Jay-Z Knight, Abraham, and ad infinitum Seth, that the more I listened to Bashar, the more I realized that he was teaching many, many things that I've taught you all for years, precisely in my words exactly. And I was amazed upon realizing, but I still haven't rationalized how that is happening. And I think to myself, either he's been listening to my classes, or the ultimate reality is that there's only one truth, and certain beings are privileged to know that truth. Right? And so he's just saying the same thing that he knows, that we all know, is the fact, as above, so below.
Tua.
All right.
Cool.
That being said, Bess, may I ask where you located now? Can you see the stars from where you are?
No, I'm finna go outside on the balcony now.
All right. Let me know when you can see the moon and the stars real clear without a lot of city lights. You can't have lights. I'll tell you all this. If you have lights that distract, it'll take away from the view of the stars. That's why I asked her son if he would drive there to her and take her to that park that they described, where it was pure black out there, so she could make sure to see him clear. Let me know when you're out there and you can see him clear without lights, okay? All right, next question.
I have a question, Amun.
Yes, what is your question?
Yes, my question is, can you do an outline, if possible, from the
I'm sorry.
time?
Can I do a what now?
Can you do an outline in regards to time from when Alelu got to the planet Earth, and then certain parts were given to...
Okay, now I'm not clear about. Can I do a timeline on something you say?
Yes.
Alelu, okay. What did you want to know about Alelu?
Okay, when the Earth was Pangea and everything was together, it was one landmass.
Right.
I asked questions about this previously, and
I remember
what people were here, and how did we migrate to
you were here. You were here. You were here. Because the only race that's permanently here is the Melanites, the black people, the black woolly-haired people. You're the only ones that are here continuously. Every other race or species of people, like the animals, they come and go. And when it was Pangea, when it was one solid landmass, one large continent, it broke away after time, and many large sections floated away to create North America, Australia, etc. But there's only one section of the landmass that's never moved, and that's Africa. Because it's the only continent that's anchored to the core of the earth through rock. So know that Africa is the anchor of all the continents that surround it. But the others, they just float on. In fact, when you were a child and you looked at the globe for the first time, when you looked at, say, South America and Africa, it looked like a giant puzzle that if you could slide them together, they would fit. And you were right. You were right. And what's amazing, because time is docking with itself, you will realize, use your phone, that when you look at the globe now, anybody that has a round globe can see since the dimensional shift that there's been a rearrangement of geography, and that South America is a lot closer to Africa than it was prior to 2012. A lot closer. South America used to be directly under the United States. Now it's jetting out into the Atlantic, making the Atlantic Ocean between Africa and South America just a small lake that it seems you could almost throw a rock across. Whereas before, the Atlantic was a giant ocean like the Pacific, a great expanse. So what I say to you is that there are changes that's happening, significant changes, and what you do when you walk and drive down the street in your environment, a lot of times you try to adjust to the changes by talking yourself out of the facts by saying it must have been like that all the time, or nobody else is saying nothing, so everything's the same. But follow your first mind. Everything is not the same, and there are distinct and definite changes all around you that's continuously happening. All right. Now, I don't sense that that's everything you wanted to know about your question, but if you could rearrange it and approach it again, I'll do my best to clarify.
Okay, so in, I guess, North America, what is now known as North America, and they say Indians, or they refer to them as Native Americans. That was us, the indigenous people, correct? Black beings.
Yes. Yes. They were all mixed in different various Washita and black tribes. But you had the people in China that were explorers from the Ming Dynasty. And they reached in their small ships the West Coast. And they started working their way through the continent and merging with the tribes that resulted in a completely different hybrid species you call the American Indian, Mexicans, and etc.
Good.
Now, the Chinese are a different species, and because I have a lot of Indian in me in my family bloodline, we were Blackfoot Indians. Indians, you'll notice, have hollow hair, and we have shoveled teeth. In other words, there's an indentation behind our teeth that make it look like or feel like a scoop to your tongue. And we get that from the Orientals, because Orientals have hollow hair. That's why they can't curl their hair. Orientals' hair just flop flank because they can't curl it because it's hollow, and they too have shoveled teeth. Another thing about them, they have protection from the sun like you do, but it's not melanin. It's keratin. Keratin is what gives them protection from the rays of the sun. But yes, they were all black. Everybody in the world was black at one time and will be again. All right?
Dude, I think it's cloudy out here. I don't see no stars.
You think it's cloudy? Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, now, while you're looking at the clouds, you can see them, right? Best?
Oh, they saw the dog. They saw the dog.
You can't even see the clouds? Can you see the clouds, Bess?
No, I don't see no clouds. I think it's just really not clouds. It's just, the hazy night.
Oh. Oh. Well, we'll just put off this work here till the night that you call me up and you can see them, okay?
Okay. Okay,
and I'm sorry. I love you, but I will send light to you and those that I mentioned anyway, like the servant of the centurion, right? In fact, I would like to borrow you all's mind and imagination. So, we're going to go through a spiritual exercise anyway. So I need you all to go to a place, your bed or couch or anywhere that you can lay flat on your back. Please, star-6 your phone. Mute your phone. So you can lay comfortably on your back. You got and you have to have your spine straight. Harry, give me the remotes. And you can't have a pillow under your head. That's not it. And I need it to be twilight, semi-darkness. In other words, just candlelight, or if you have a door with a light in the kitchen, for example, you just have to have that light coming through a towel or a sheet, so that it's just a vague light in the room you're in, so you can see by that light. But I don't want you to have direct light. Okay. Back this way. Let me know when you all are situated. I'm trying to get this on the plan. Move. All right. Let me know when you all start getting situated and comfortable. Whenever you all get in that position and create the atmosphere I'm talking about, let me know when you get in that position.
I'm ready, Amun.
All right. How about the rest of them?
I'm ready, Amun.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. And Bess, let me know when you're ready. If you need more time, I'll give it to you.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm trying to get this. All right, I'm trying to get this on the play.
I'm ready.
All right, just a minute. I need you all to have patience with me now.
We have that, Amun.
Yes. Just a minute here. I'm trying to get this on. All right. Okay. I want you all to take the vibration on. I'm having trouble with that too, so we're going to have to do this again. But I need to have your attention and your focus, because imagination is the only thing that separates you from the animals. It is an attribute of the divine. It's what makes you a god. Your imagination. Can everybody hear me?
Tua.
Everybody respond. You can hear me.
Yes. Tua.
All right. Can you hear me in 712?
Tua.
Can you hear me in 267?
Tua.
Can you hear me in 504?
Tua.
Can you hear me in Zoom? All right.
Tua.
All right, very good. Now, as you lay on your back, I need you to inhale. Inhale very deeply. But you're going to inhale with a spiritual breath. Inhale through your nostrils. And see that air coming in as a green healing light, which is a force emanating from the sun. The Greeks call prana, and the Egyptians call second. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, teacher, I can hear.
Well, we're going to inhale and exhale very deeply 7 times. So inhale, through your nostrils. You got to do it so deeply that you're trying to create a euphoric sense inside of your body. And then when I say exhale, you blow it out over your chest everything negative and harmful to your system. Blow it out over your chest so hard that your chin is on your chest until there's no more air left in your lungs or your body, and it takes out with it everything harmful to your system. Okay? Inhale out through your nostrils and visualize that green light. Go ahead. Do as strong as you can. And I'll see that light surging through your being, through your whole body, from head to toe. That healing light. Now exhale everything bad out of your system. Again, inhale out. Take that green healing light in it. You're surrounded by it. It's pulsing, going through your body, soothing and warm and pervasive. You love it, and it loves you. Now exhale.
Well, come on. I don't know how you gonna move. You can't sit in no car saying no stuff.
All right. Brother that's talking, you gotta mute your phone.
You ain't got your glass. Where's your glass? You ain't got your glass. What's the glass?
Brother, you're talking. Mute your phone. Mute your phone. Did you all hear me through the receiver?
Sure.
Or are you all hearing me through the phone?
267, I hear you.
Sure.
Through the
We
phone.
can hear you.
We can hear you. Zoom also.
504, we can hear you.
All right. Can you all hear me now? All right.
Yeah.
Now,
Tua.
I want you all to inhale. Listen to me. Everybody inhale again. Visualize that green light. Now exhale. All negative thoughts and energy. Now inhale that green, pure light. Feel it coursing through your body, rolling in waves, purifying and healing, creating balance, rejuvenating, stimulating life forces. Now exhale. Get rid of everything in you harmful. Now inhale again. I want you full of that green healing light. Become the light. Become the green healing light. Now exhale. All right. Now I'm going to come to you all individually and take your spiritual hand and raise you up out of your body. I want you to walk with me up that spinal column to that etheric cord. Take your spirit light body. Don't be afraid to leave and come with me. We're going to all gather in front of your domiciles or the places that you live. Look at the front of your building or your house from across the street. And you'll notice that there's a giant beam of pure green healing light about as round as a telephone pole and as perfect in its dimensions like a laser beam coming down through the roof of your house And when you look up to the top, you can't find the top of it because it's coming from the Most High, all, which is omnipresent. As we watch that giant beam of green light go out through where you live, out of curiosity, we all walk across the street, enter into your home, and you start searching through the house to try to see if or where that beam of light comes through inside. And you're all not too surprised to find that that green light is coming down in the place where you laying down right now, coming through the ceiling, right into the top of your head. That green healing essence from the Creator is coming down through your crown molar in the top of your head, and it's flowing fast and powerful, surging through every aspect of your being from head to toe. In riptides, it's pushing down through your head, past your neck. It's flowing down through your shoulders, down into your arms and fingertips, light and pulsating, rearranging your cells and creating complete harmony and life force, rejuvenating your cells, renewing them with that life force, and working your way back around up your arm and through your shoulders into your chest cavity. As that light keeps pulsing down through the top of your head, flooding through your chest, your upper torso, and your abdomen. It's pushing down like a bulwark, and it's got all that sludge and everything negative from out of your head and body in front of that wall of light as it pushes through your physical form, all the way down past your waist to your thighs. It's pushing it down past your knees, and it's getting more powerful coming into the top of your head, even more powerful and dynamic as it pushes its way down to your ankles. Now the bottom of your feet will start tingling. They'll start tingling as you push through with your feet about 2 feet apart. Push through, and the light coming up the bottom of your feet will be like a dingy yellow because of all the pollutants and illness that is being forced out of your body, and all those negative thoughts about aging and being infirmed or ill. Those are only in your mind and your imagination. It's not real. You don't even have a body. How can it be sent? Push that out of your feet, out of your mind, and out of your being. Push it out until the light coming out the bottom of your feet is as pure green as the light that's coming through the top of your head. And when you achieve that, cross your feet, cross your ankles. Now when you cross your ankles, don't stop that light from coming into the top of your head. It's coming in even stronger. And yes, I know, because it doesn't have an outlet. It's building up inside of your body, pulsing and building up more and more. It's starting to perspire through your pores of your skin. So the outside of your body is starting to light up with a highlight or an aura of green light. And imagine a giant magnet that's over your body and is drawing out everything negative.
I take a dump. Yeah, I take a dump. My bad. I can just clean it.
Wait a minute. Why are you talking? Who is that talking?
Okay.
No. Mute your phone. Aaron, brother, whoever's talking. Now see that giant magnet? It is drawing everything harmful out of your system. It's clinging to that magnet, drawing all negative thoughts and negative energies out of your body and your mind until you remain pure, a sun-dried body. A sun-dried body. A whole light being. Now, I want you all to walk with me. Everybody hear me good? you hear me, Anu?
Tour.
All right.
Yeah.
Now walk with me, and now I'm going to take you all to a different place. And across the street, as we stand, we see this large edifice, a well-constructed building, like a temple, raising up through the clouds. And it's very majestic and beautiful, with gold inlaid lapis lazuli and all precious metal stone, stained glass. It's a beautiful place, breathtaking, like none you've ever seen. As we walk across the street, the revolving doors are there, and we single file through there into the lobby of what appears to be like a hotel. And it's fine, it's beautiful with the chandeliers and the scent of paradise. But the Om sound is a constant vibration that makes the bottom of your feet and your whole body just rattle with that gentle vibration. The carpets are thick, and they're woven with gold thread, and the walls and ceiling emanate a soft green pulsing light. It's wonderful, like paradise. Now we see there a large gold elevator. As I lead you all to that elevator, I press the button and the doors slide open. We all walk into that elevator. And I press the button again, and then I press the one to make it start raising up, ascending. Slowly at first, then it gains in speed. Faster and faster, higher and higher. You can't believe we're traveling that fast or that long, and you imagine we must be off the earth, up through the atmosphere in another place, and finally, at the height of your imagination, it slowly comes to a halt, and it flutters to a stop, gently like a leaf. It comes off a tree in the fall, fluttering to the ground. It stops. And I press the button. The doors slide open. And it's a beautiful world. Beautiful fragrances with a winding cobblestone pathway. We get out and approach that winding pathway. The cobblestones are warm, and they're like lights. And every time we step on one, they emit a different color and a different tone. So as we walk, our footsteps create a beautiful heavenly music and a warmth. And we can see the atmosphere is this green, pure healing light. We become this healing light. And we pass by beautiful flowers, bigger than the ones on earth, like orchids, with hummingbirds, beautiful tropical colors, butterflies, and they're all drinking the nectar. And we hear laughter on the other side of the plants. As we come out that winding corridor, we see on the beach little children, as if they were scattered pearls, laughing, little boys and girls, so happy and joyous, purified souls. And they stop playing and they look at us in great wonderment as to, who are you? Or do you realize where you are? But turning forward again, we start walking toward what appears to be a large body of water that has no end. But the sand under our feet is rounded, and it too is colorful crystals that emanate music, and it's just warm to your feet and up to your body, and you're immersed in this green light. As we reach the first waves of the shore, we start walking into this prana or second that appears to be water, and we go further out and deeper down until, depending on your height, the water or that ocean of light starts hitting the bottom of your nose, and you're wondering to yourself, how will I breathe if I keep following Amun? But you trusted me, and we keep walking further down and further out, down a gentle, sandy slope. And when you realize that water is over your head, you can't hold your breath anymore, so you let go and start breathing. And to your wonderment and amazement, you can breathe now better than you could in the air. Because that is not water, that is the life force, the healing force, and you're submerged in it. You have become one with it. And as we travel further down, deeper into this life force, this divine essence, we all take seats on giant seashells and petrified logs and whatever we can find to sit on and get comfortable. And if we sit there and meditate on our surroundings, how beautiful they are, with the ebb and the flow of this giant sea of wellness, you see the seaweeds and the aquatic plants sway back and forth with the ebb and flow of this sea. And it's so warm and comfortable and inviting that you become one with your surroundings, and you don't remember when you end or this healing essence begins, because you are this pure green healing light. That light, that wonderful light. And you can see schools of tropical fish that swim up to you, curiosity. And they stare at you in all these illuminated colors that flash different, like lidded signs. They swim off, they come to you, and then they dash off in harmony like swallows. Wherever one turns, they all turn, and they shiver and glisten in the healing essence. And you become one with your environment. You love it, and you release, you let go, and you let God. And you become one with all, and all is one with you. Just relax. Let go. Relax. And let go. Become one with the environment. One with the healing essence. One with Al-Hayu, the life force. And regardless of what you think your malady or illness was, this vast sea of healing light is so large and infinite that it can absorb and does absorb all of your pain and all of your misery and all of your illness and bacteria and germs and viruses. And it just makes them disappear. And now we stand up and turn back toward the beach again as I slowly lead you up. And you hate to leave, but you look over your head and you can see that blue and green sunlight at the water surface breaking through in divine rays. And the closer we get to the beach, you can audibly hear the children laughing again. And as we break the water and walk up onto that crystalline beach, they look at us differently now, because now they know that you know. And we smile back at them with divine love and walk to that winding walkway with the beautiful scents and smells. We've been cleansed. We've been renewed. We've been rejuvenated. Washed clean in the robes of the blood of the Lamb. We walk through that winding cobblestone sidewalk to the elevator. When the doors slide open, we all walk in and smell that heavenly scent of musk. As I push the button, the elevator slowly starts dropping down. Faster and faster. Faster and faster. It's moving so fast now until some of you are feeling light, and now your feet are actually separated from the floor under you. You're starting to lift up and float in mid-air. You're levitating because the elevator is dropping down faster than you. We finally close to the bottom, and now it starts to slow down again, like that leaf gently fluttering from that tree in the park on a beautiful fall day. And it just slowly comes to a divine halt. I push the door, and all of you, we single file back out through the lobby and back outside into that wonderful air. All of you have been cleansed and refreshed, rejuvenated, re-strengthened, revitalized, and now you remember that you don't have a body that's physical, but you're a whole light being, and you're always perfect because all is perfect, and you are one with all, and all is one with you. As I gently guide you all back to your bodies and place you in and adjust you. Now, everybody, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Ah, okay. That life force is back in your body. Now hold up your hands in front of you and spread your fingers. And you'll see a kind of a fuzz of green light around your fingers and thumb and hand. Look closely, and then move your hands side to side until you can see your aura emanating from your fingers around your hand and arm. You can see that spiritual light as it perspires through your skin. Just move your hands back and forth gently until you got a position to see that light the best. That's the real you, your spirit pervading your skin. That's your aura, your highlight. The part of you that the Most High blew into your nostrils, and thus you became a living soul. Look at that light. It's like a fuzz. And for some of you, it'll be so clear that it'll seem like your fingers will start to disappear. But they're not disappearing. As self-realization, you're starting to remember that the physical body is delusion and the spirit is the reality. Now, take your 2 pointer fingers, like little boys playing cowboys, make a little pistol gun with them, and take the tips of your 2 fingertips and slowly bring them together. Let them touch on the tip, and then slowly move them apart, back and forward, apart and touching, and you'll start seeing that green light like a thread or a line of light between your fingertips. Do it until you see it. You can see it. It's a little lighter than the air around it. And it gets thicker. It gets thicker. The more you put your fingers together and separate them, you can see that line of energy light. And remember with that light extension, that whenever you shake hands or touch another person, you establish that etheric link. That if you both focus on that link right there, it'll stay open. And if it's your parents or relatives, if they get sick or ill or in trouble or afraid, you can feel them through that line and rush down there to help them. Look at that line of light. Now I'd like you all to describe very clearly what it is you experienced and what you see. One at a time. Go ahead.
This is a look at my experience when we first got started. It seemed like I felt a kind of there's something on top of my head, a sensation is top of my head, and then it eventually cascaded down my whole body, and I could actually feel both feet tingling, and like maybe something was oozing out from the bottom of my feet.
All right. Thank you. The next person. All right. Next person. What did you experience? Hello?
I could experience.
Can you all hear me?
When you asked us to put up our hands,
Go ahead.
I could see the, I guess it's the ectoplasm, the light color around the outline of my hand, and then some of the fingers, they were like not there partially.
Right. Very good.
Same thing here. Same thing over. Same thing over here. I could see the aura, like my aura too.
That's the real you.
Like slightly cloudy.
Yeah, it is kind of cloudy and fuzzy, right? Well, that's the real you. That's the real you. And the real you can't get sick or old and can't die. That's the part of you that the Most High merely shared and you became. That's the part of you that's God, that's in the temple. And that temple is not a building down the street or a church. It's the place on the side of your head, next to your ears, and your eyes are windows to the soul. Yes, you are God. He's in that temple, and he's the one that's still looking when your eyes are closed. He's that emotional heart, and he's the one that can hear when your physical ears can't reach. You can hear somebody talking to you in your sleep. All right. Need another person to describe what they experienced, please.
I experienced what the two people just before me just said, but I have a question. So, like with the exoplasm, I felt like I was seeing my like the extension of that in front of my actual hands. Like when you told us to touch our hands and spread them apart, I wanted to know, is that what I was saying?
That is it.
True.
That's real Aaron right there. That's right.
Because when I was doing it, I was spreading them apart. I felt like I was seeing that actual, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but I feel like I was seeing that in front of my hands as I was pulling them apart, and I could see it like almost touching each other.
That's right. How many of you, when you put your tips of your fingers together and move them apart, can see that thread between your fingertips of light?
I saw the thread, but I was like...
I do every time.
And same thing happened to me.
All right. I'll tell you something. Bess, are you with us?
Yes, I'm out here. I'm on the outside with the child looking at a star right now.
Okay, you should have been laying down. What is he trying to do? He's trying to move a star for you, right? Okay.
No.
Look, when you look. Okay, wait a minute. You see a star, right?
Yes. Yes.
You see it? Okay. Well, I'm gonna make that star move to the left. In the name of Amun-Rayay.
Move to the left in the name of Amun-Rayay. It's moving slowly.
That's right. Now make it go up in the name of the Messiah. Raise up.
Going up.
That's right. Now drop down in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Just drop it down.
I love you. Now I want you to go in a circle clockwise in the name of the Messiah.
There you go.
Now
There
I
you
want
go.
that star to come closer to you. I love you. Now come closer to Bess in the name of the Messiah. Come closer to her.
It's coming.
That's right. Now go back out in the name of Amun-Rayay. All right.
Well,
How many stars can y'all see? Can you see all? Can you see a lot of stars out there, Bess?
No.
It was just a couple of them.
All right. I love you, but you did bear witness to it tonight, though, right, Bess?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
All right. Well, by your own faith, may you be made whole. I want from this day forward for you to gradually get better and better every day and in every way. And remember, every time you hear or see water, you become better and better every day and in every way. Repeat after me. Every time I hear or see water,
Every time I hear or see
I become better and better.
I become better and better.
Every day and in every way.
Every day and every way.
That's right. Every time, I don't care if you see the water on television or if it starts sprinkling outside, or you washing your face or taking a bath or drinking water, wherever you see, hear, or see water, you become better and better every day and in every way. All of you. And always repeat that. And I love you even more. I love you even more. And I want you all to know that this is real. And get this information out to the world. Everybody, wake up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Amun.
Yes.
I just want to let you know that I had to come and help out.
And I love you for that, son. I really love you for that. That's a heartfelt whisper. And I pray the Most High enfolds you and your mother in a celestial blanket of love and mercy forever. You hear me? And with that, I'm going to say good night to all of you. Write testimonies tonight and get them to me. Support the mission and get this information out to the world. Time is getting short. We are one. Need to Amun-Rayay answer. One love.